In other news this evening, problem priests posing a danger in the past and possibly the present. As our investigative unit first reported last night, a wave of new lawsuits is washing over Catholic institutions across the state. Dozens of priests are facing child sex abuse allegations for the very first time. And investigative reporter Candice Nguyen found some of them continue to work, at least 4 right here in the Bay Area. It's another story you'll only see right here on NBC Bay Area.
There's concern some of these priests still pose a risk to communities now. But as we found, 2 Bay Area dioceses say differently, that their internal investigations have found so far keeping those priests in ministry is safe. In rural Marin County, off 101, down this long private road, sits St. Vincent's School for Boys, founded as a haven for children from troubled homes. It's not a place they just visit. They live here, away from family, and according to recent lawsuits, some say they were sexually abused and trafficked by predator priests while living there in decades past. The suits allege years of abuse of boys in both the 60s and 80s. The accusations stretch beyond school walls to remote Sonoma County, a program called CYO Summer Camp, nestled deep in the forest. One lawsuit alleges priests lured St. Vincent's boys there, gave them booze, and forced them to perform sex acts with them and each other, ranging from fondling to group sex. It's some of these haunting allegations from the 80s that brought Southern California attorney Michael Carney North to the San Francisco Public Library on a hunt of sorts for information. Within the library's stacks is a collection of Catholic directories, sort of like yearbooks for priests and church officials that go back decades. As you look through the percentages of men in these sort of photos here who have allegations, credible allegations, it's shocking. Carney says his firm alone has more than 300 Northern California clergy abuse cases they're investigating or getting ready to file. The cases stem from a recent state law opening a 3-year window for Californians to file child sex abuse lawsuits based on older claims. For many of the alleged perpetrators, our investigative unit found it's the first time they're being accused of abusing children. We are looking at anywhere from 50 to 100 priests or clergymen who have not yet been identified with a public allegation. And we were able to find at least one photo of Mr. David Giorso. The Lord be with you. Father David Giorso is one of the priests now accused of participating in some of the abuse alleged at St. Vincent's and CYO camp during the 80s, and one of at least 4 newly accused priests still actively working in the Bay Area. He's currently employed by the San Francisco Archdiocese as a pastor at St. Charles Parish in San Carlos and St. Matthias Parish in Redwood City. And so the name Father Dave Giorso is a name that is of interest to us, and specifically a name that's of interest to us in 3 separate clients' cases. 3 separate plaintiffs not represented by Carney have already filed lawsuits accusing the priests of sexually abusing them as children while attending St. Vincent's. David Giorso never abused anybody. Donald McGilligan has known Father Giorso for 10 years, he says, and considers him a friend. He's now representing the priest, saying the damning allegations in the lawsuits are false. Those are words written on a piece of paper by somebody who's trying to wring settlement money out of the Catholic Church. 6 different people are currently accusing Father Giorso of abuse when they were children. Are you saying none of them should be believed? What I'm telling you is 6 times 0 is 0. The only allegations that we're aware of are the 3 that have been filed in court. Why are you saying that these allegations are meritless? Well, we're not going to try our case in the media. I admit to you, it would be a great story for you if you heard what the evidence was in this case, but we're going to try this case in front of a jury. Let us pray. Father Giorso isn't the only priest currently working within the Archdiocese facing new abuse allegations.
The Lord be with you.
Father Michael Mahoney, seen here at his Burlingame Parish Our Lady of Angels, is accused in a lawsuit of molesting a 2nd-grade boy in the 80s. Mahoney declined to comment when we reached him by phone.
You go to a mass at a church
Then there's Monsignor Michael Harriman, who retired from San Francisco's St. Cecilia's in 2017, but continues to work as a priest, according to the Archdiocese. Like Father Giorso, he also worked at St. Vincent's and CYO camp during the 80s, according to our review of Catholic directories. The priest is now accused in a lawsuit of sexually abusing children at the boys' home during his time there.
Hi, my name is Candice Nguyen. I'm with NBC Bay Area. I'm trying to reach Monsignor Michael Harriman.
After trying multiple times to reach him by phone, we spoke with Harriman at his Burlingame home.
Yes.
Hi, Monsignor Harriman. Candice Nguyen here with NBC Bay Area. New lawsuits allege child sex abuse, including sex trafficking at St. Vincent School for Boys while you were there. Are you aware of these claims?
Yes, I am. And there's been an investigation. I've been proven innocent.
Would you like to sit down with us for a full interview where we can ask all of our questions?
Not at this time. I'd have to check with the diocese on that.
The Archdiocese declined multiple interview requests for the story, but said in a statement that the 3 accused priests were placed on leave pending internal reviews. But all 3 men were soon returned to ministry after those reviews did not sustain the allegations, a spokesperson told us. The diocese called all 3 men faithful and highly respected pastors and said it would have been an injustice to them and those they served to keep them out of public ministry after the determination of their review board.
Survivors do not lie.
Mary Alexander is a Bay Area attorney who recently filed a lawsuit on behalf of a potential victim alleging childhood sexual abuse at the hands of yet another active Bay Area priest working under the Diocese of Santa Rosa.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
Star of the Valley pastor Monsignor James Pulskamp is accused of molesting a child in the 70s at another home for traumatized youth, the Hannah Boy Center in Sonoma. It's been another major hotspot for sex abuse allegations in recent years.
Because they are more vulnerable, that they become prey for the priests and people who work there.
We reached out to Monsignor Pulskamp directly, but never heard back. We did get a response from Santa Rosa Bishop Robert Vaja. He declined our interview request, but said in a statement he finds it difficult to give the allegation any credence, given the priest's stellar reputation over the past 50 years. The bishop said Pulskamp remains in ministry after an internal review board recommended that no action be taken against the priest.
He should be put on administrative leave. There shouldn't be access to children.
As we've learned in our years of covering clergy abuse, it can take decades for survivors to come forward. None of the people accusing these 4 active priests were ready to speak with us publicly yet. Plaintiffs' attorneys expect a flurry of new lawsuits by December 31st when this 3-year window closes, and we'll be here to report on any new allegations when they come in. Candice Nguyen, NBC Bay Area News.